All right, what's up guys? The day is finally here where Project Slayers is due to release on Friday, July 15, 2022, of course. And it's surprisingly is releasing for free. So I said to myself, I know this game is pretty well known and has been waited for some time, so why not at least try to help the new people who want to try this game have a decent playing experience for the first time. So let's get into it. All right, so before we even get into the actual press and play on the game, there's 2 to 3 game passes that, depending on how you're playing the game, is gonna help you out. First things first, of course, like most games, you're gonna have to get the private server game pass. This game pass is 900 Robux, and I feel it is mandatory because this game has incentives that help make people want to arcade, and if you want to have at least a decent experience, you might as well, you or one of your friends, get the private server game pass. It is must needed. Like just like in GPO, you're gonna need the private servers game pass. The second game pass you're most definitely gonna need is a set your spawn anywhere game pass. Basically, what this does is, when you're sitting there, because at a certain point in the game, you're gonna have to farm bosses to keep leveling, because at a certain point, quests just aren't gonna be helpful that much. So what you're gonna need is at least 700 Robux to get this game pass. I feel like if you don't buy the private server game pass, you should at least get this game pass, because the one thing about this, when you die to a boss, if it's a demon boss, it'll start healing at a rapid rate. So honestly, from the time it will take you and your friends to walk back to a certain demon boss, if you die, it would probably be healed back to full. So this game pass is a must need, because you're not gonna one take any boss in this game until you're like level 30. You need this game pass to make sure you can secure that. And then the third game pass, which is only recommended if you're going demon, is definitely the Moves on Spawn game pass. This map is pretty big and expansive, and if you're sitting there trying to become a demon, you might as well buy the game pass and help yourself out by trying to find Muzan. It'll tell you exactly where he spawns and when he spawns. You need this game pass if you want to be a demon. And the only game pass I'm on the fence about is definitely the sealed box game pass. If you have the money and you're for sure playing this game with friends, you should get this game pass. Because if you or your friend ever feels lazy, or whoever has the box, and say have someone with them who's feeling lazy, or they want to help their friend get into the game, you're gonna need the sealed box. The sealed boxes makes that a lot easier, and it just gives them 100% of their EXP for literally just doing nothing. But this game pass is only if you have the money. Do not go out of your way to buy this game pass, because it's literally just for you and your lazy friends. Alright, so now that we're actually getting into the game, there's the easiest way to put this. When you first play the game, you're gonna have your slot, right? First things first, you need to make your character. And when you're making your character, you come to realize that this game has a clan system. Now, to be I don't have a list of, I'm pretty sure when the game releases, of course, there's going to be a Trello for the game that tells you what all the clans do, and you can pick what's the best clan. But just to be very frank about it, if you really want to sit there and roll for a good clan, skip everything that isn't legendary, mythic, or Tomioka, or supreme. Sorry. All those clans at that level, they either give you some type of overwhelming passive, like Tomioka, Kamado, and Agamatsu all have this free stun skill that's kind of like Ball's Head from GPO. You probably seen it in my Agasuma video for Thunder. But on top of that, they all get like crazy health buffs. I'm probably gonna bring up some stat screen of how I look on my Tomioka and my Agasuma. But you get crazy stat buffs, and those stat buffs will definitely make the start of the game easier if you have them. Alright, this game also features a PvP hub. I'm not sure if the PvP hub gives you EXP, but even if it does, I wouldn't recommend going to the PvP hub, because of course there's always someone with a good clan or something better than you, even if you were to go to the game to the moment it starts. There's a lot of different factors that can make you win or lose PvP, and at this point I'm pretty sure you should only treat it like it's a fun game mode, because that's what it's supposed to be, a fun game mode that you just fight people in. Alright, when you spawn into the game, you're going to spawn into this village called Kiribeidan Village. First thing you're going to notice when you spawn in, all you have is your hands and a map. This map is very, very important. So basically the way the map works, you have these map points, and what these map points do, they essentially allow you to use them as fast travel points if you have them unlocked. So you can unlock them by either buying a map point with 75 Robux or 1,201. Won is just the in-game currency. When you buy these map points, if you see here, let's just first say, for example, since I'm on this slot anyways, I unlocked the butterfly estate. Since I have it unlocked, when I talk to the horse guy, who's the fast travel guy, I can just teleport directly to the estate. This makes getting around the map a lot faster and a lot easier, because as long as you have these map points for exactly where you need to go, it'll just help you travel way faster. So make sure you spend your map points wisely, because if you run out of one, because one early game is pretty hard to get, you're gonna have to spend Robux to get more map points, or even worse, you're gonna have to manually walk around. But let's go back to the main village to see how leveling is. All right, starting off in this village, you're gonna have 3 quests available to you. The first quest is this wagon quest. Basically, what you want to do, this quest is gonna make you walk all the way down this long road and then bring in this quest for 45 EXP. Personally, that's not worth it. The second quest is this quest where you talk to this girl and she makes you just pick up 4 of these things, indicated by the green light. And this quest gives you 50 XP. The only reason you'd want to do this quest is literally just because of the money. Because if you're a slayer, you want to get the 500 won as fast as possible, so you can come over here to this guy. You know this is a sword shop by seeing his icon. You want to come to this guy and get a green katana as fast as possible, because the reason you want the katana, if you're going a slayer, you want to start leveling up your sword mastery as fast as possible. Basically how mastery works in this game, since there's no stat points in the actual game, the way you make things stronger is by actually actively killing NPCs with whatever you're using. So since I have hands starting off, I have a fist mastery level, and the more fist mastery I get, the more damage my fist will actually do. So it's the same way for a sword. So if you're going a demon, you want to stick to your fist, but if you're going a slayer, you want to get a sword as fast as possible and start leveling up your sword mastery, because you're going to be using a sword the whole time as a slayer anyways. But the quest you really want to do starting off in this game, you definitely want to come to Somi, talk to this girl, and she's going to ask you to beat up 5 Azuko subordinates. This quest is your, pretty basic shit. Of course, if you have friends, it'll make it a lot easier, and these NPCs are actually pretty easy for a starting quest. You literally just kick them back, wait till your M1's reset, and you just kill them. It's pretty simple. It's a very, very easy quest. Of course, it'd go much faster if you were with your friends, but you should be careful. You should also try to hit the NPCs at the same time with your friends. Of course, be careful, since you're so very low level, your health probably starts off somewhere under 100 if you didn't roll a rare clan. And that's why I was saying that making sure you actually roll one of those good clans is better than anything else. As you've seen right there, my fist mastery went up, and I don't know the exact scaling on it, but let's just assume every 2 to 3 levels, I think if your fist mastery levels up like at least 2 to 3 times, every time you'll go up at least 1 or 2 damage. I don't exactly know the conversion on it, but all you need to do to make sure your fist mastery levels up is literally just make sure you kill things with your fist. It'll make it very easy if you just treat it like that. All you have to do is just whatever you're killing, make sure you hit it at least 1 time with your fist. This quest has 3 parts to it. You want to loot these 3 parts until about roughly level 10. The second quest part of it, you literally just have to come over to this girl, get the NPC off of you, because what this quest asks you to do, you have to press H on her, and you have to kill 2 of these NPCs with her on your back. And when you get hit, you drop her. So you have to make sure whenever you deal the killing blow, you have her on your back. See, the progress went up right over there. And this quest is pretty simple if you just be patient and not run into NPCs, because these NPCs will, absolutely destroy you. You have less than 90 health, for Christ's sakes. And then you just bring her back once you do that. Now, for most games with quests in them, going into it, you're gonna have to deal with a bandit boss, and the bandit boss is Zuko. You could probably solo this boss by yourself starting off. You just have to, be very patient and make sure that you're not rushing in too fast, because this boss will probably 2 combo you. But of course, it's a lot easier if you have friends, and especially with this game, when you're fighting a boss, if you see at the top right, you have a drops meter and damage log. I'm pretty sure you need at least 15% credit. You can see your credit right here. It's a percentage. It's depending on how much damage you actually done to the boss. And you only need 15% to actually have a chance at the drop. And it's very worth going and getting this drop, because because I'm pretty sure the drops to this game are very explosive. Like, I don't think it's not like GPO where anything's going to replace this drop. So you want to make sure you get this necklace. When you get the necklace, it'll show up somewhere here where, the NPC text dialogue always shows up. I bought myself a sword. The only difference between the green katana and the golden katana is that the golden katana has a higher base damage, I'm pretty sure. But other than that, you just want to get this. If you're going to Slayer, you have to get the green katana as fast as possible. But it's also worth noting, if you are going demon and you're using your fist, something you can do to level up your fist mastery is come over out here outside of Kiribati Village and just hit these logs. These logs, every time you hit them, you'll get about, I think 5 EXP for hitting them. So if you want to boost your damage to help yourself, grind the early game a little bit easier, you can just come and auto-click these logs for a little bit. There's no harm in it. especially if you're a demon, because you're gonna have to level your fist mastery regardless as a demon, because you're not gonna be able to use many weapons as you don't have a high selection of weapons to you as a demon. Yeah, but basically as a starter place, you just want to keep looping the Somi quest throughout, because it has 3 quests to it. You might as well just keep looping it over and over again. It's better than the other 2 quests you have here, and you know, you just have to keep looping this until you're 10, because the moment you hit level 10, you can move on from this village to another spot to get another quest. So basically, once you reach the level 5 portion of the game, once you reach level 5, you could probably solo Zuko pretty easily. Or if not easily, you should be able to solo him to a decent amount. You probably just want to do his part of the quest over and over again. Just skip to part 3 of the quest, which is just fighting the boss. It'll give you a better chance of actually getting his necklace, which is a better drop. And I'm pretty sure out of all the other 2 quests in this quest line, Zuko gives you the best CXP. All right, and on the slot, I got the little necklace that he drops when you beat him. Gives you plus 20. Oh, that's not bad. You know, it doesn't hurt to get a little extra health, considering that you start off pretty low health in this game, especially if you don't have a clan. So you shouldn't really rush to get boss drops when you're fighting certain things, but it doesn't hurt to get them if you can, because a lot of them are really just plus positives. All right, finally level 10. Once you finally reach level 10 in this game, from Carry Baden Village, you just want to walk out forward. Basically, level 10 is at the point of the game where you already know what you want to do. Because at this point, you already either have 14 sword mastery, or around 14-15 sword mastery, or 14-15 fist mastery. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't dictate to you what you have to do. But going forward from here, your first quest you want to do is, well, the only quest you want to do, because the only quest here, you want to go to this guy. You want to set your spawn at this cave, because if you didn't buy a set spawn game pass, you want to set your spawn in here. Doesn't really matter if you do or not, because there's already a spawn set here, thankfully. Because this is actually a demon spawn, and your quest is literally just get rid of these 3 demons. I wouldn't exactly recommend this, but to make this as fast as possible, since you know, unlike in GPO, when you hit things, you can only hit one of those things at a time. But in this game, you can hit 3 things at once. Now, you know, the risk being is you get perfect blocked and, you know, 3 NPCs beat on your ass. But the reward is that you get to kill them a little bit faster than usual. Yeah, albeit very risky, it does help make it a little bit faster if you just kill all 3 of them at once. And I should also show off the spawn game pass. But you can't attack what you're attacking right as you spawn. But after the FF goes away, you can. So you'd be just fine doing that. But it does make it a lot faster than walking back if you just set your spawn back where you died. See it right there. If you can find the perfect range, then doing this is very viable. But you know, this is very easy to get yourself killed, as seen right there. You either kill them one by one or do this. It doesn't really matter what you do. Okay, so before I get into how you become a demon in this game, I probably should start off with how you become a slayer, because you actually have the option to become a slayer at you know, level 12. You don't need to be 15 like you do for a demon to actually learn a breathing style. So basically, the way you become a slayer in this game is you need 2 things. You need to be level 12, like I just said, and you need 5,001 in game. Every trainer requires 5,001, and for you to be level 12, for you to actually start the quest line to learn their breathing style. So basically, if I remember correctly, if you want to learn thunder, you gotta go to the Zapuara mountain. If you want to learn water, you gotta go to the Waru cave. If you want to learn wind, obviously you go to the wind trainer. And if you want to learn butterfly or insect breathing, I should say, you want to go to the butterfly mansion. You know, pretty simple. Once you get there, you just give the trainer 5,000, and then you can start the quest line to learn it. So I'm probably gonna go get 5,000 from one of my friends real quick and show you the quest line to how you actually become, because they're all pretty similar. You basically do the same thing. You just need 5,000 to start it, and once you start it, you can learn the breathing once you finish the quest line. Alright, so I got the 5,000 from my friend, and now we can start the quest. So for this video, I'll show off insect. I never actually done insect, but basically, from what I understand, every breathing is gonna ask you to at least come here for one type of training. Either it be the meditation training, the push-ups, the accuracy training, or the cup game one. They're all basically just silly little mini games you can do. It's pretty easy. So for insect, you start off with doing this. All you have to do is just click the targets. None of these mini games are actually too difficult, and I'm pretty sure for everything you have to do some type of mini game like this. You see, just like that, it's pretty easy. And we move on to the next part. All we have to do is just meditate. You know, it's just basically just the one thing from GPO, whatchamacallit, the hockey mini game for V2. It's really simple mini games. It's like this isn't even the hardest part of these quests. We'll get there. All you have to do is just keep your mouse in the circle, and you can press anything on your keyboard or mouse to just click it. If anything, the most thing is just kind of time consuming. All right, that was pretty simple. You know, just a little bit of focus, not that hard. All right, and then I'm pretty sure you do this one for water too. You have to go pull a boulder, and so for this one, I'm pretty sure the boulders are in the same spot. You just have to. So from the butterfly estate, you want to walk out, you know, going towards the south, and then head like to the right a bit, because you want to get back to like the starting part of the map, because they're usually over there, because they're kind of somewhere near like the water. I've come to realize. I should also say to recommend you should stop it. I think the village is up here actually somewhere. Cause yeah, here it is. There's a village here that sells you a lantern, because this game gets very dark at night and everyone's gonna need a lantern. The lantern doesn't just put a light on you, it actually just makes the whole game brighter. As you'll see when I go and buy it. Hopefully a demon doesn't try to attack me while I'm buying it. It is, okay. Just gonna kill it. I don't even have to kill it. Oh yeah, the lantern 601 is definitely worth the one. Time for that demon, whatever. As you see, makes it a lot easier to see once you buy this lantern. It's very worth the money. You just keep running this way, and you'll eventually run into the boulders you need to pull. Yeah, they're over here. Yeah, they're right here. All you have to do is just walk up to one of these boulders, hold E on it. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. You pull the boulder, you follow the little compass thing on the bottom right there. If it would follow me, damn boulder. Alright. You literally just pull the boulder wherever the arrow's pointing you. I don't know why it's actually not moving. You can spam jump, you can do whatever. It's not that hard. You just pull the boulder. Try to avoid the demon here. I would assume that if I hit it, it'll pull the boulder off of me. You just run the boulder into the light. Like so. And we completed it. Now all we have to do is just go back to Shinobu. I probably should have set my spawn there, because if I did, I'd be able to just reset and go back. Also, another really good thing about the set spawn in Game Pass. Alright, and once you get back, I'm pretty sure... What the? Okay, what the hell? And then I'm pretty sure this is one more game, like little mini game type of thing. It's like this. The whole getting this like a breathing style process is very easy in this game. You literally just play mini games, and at the end you'll fight the respective apprentice of everything. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So for Insect is Chiron, for Thunder is Zenitsu. And for water, I'm pretty sure it's Sabuso. Once you beat them, you actually get the breathing. And the thing about this, you don't have to do this for boss fight alone. You could bring as many friends as you want. As long as you get credit for the kill, you'll basically just, you know, you'll get credit, and then that's all you have to do. So that's another thing. Going back to what I said before, this game is easier with friends. So you can try to play this game with friends. It makes the whole process a lot faster and easier. Let me call my friend over. So now that I got my friend here, he's a much higher level than I am currently. This boss fight should be pretty easy. You could probably solo it, but you know, you don't really have to when, you know, you can literally just jump her. So as long as you bring, you know, a friend or someone else, like you can be as many friends as you want. As long as you get credit for the kill, I'm pretty sure you'll be just fine. But oh yeah, well, just have to wait for this to end. You won. Nice. Oh god. And yeah, the one thing about bosses in this game, you can't treat. Well, no, actually, two people can't hit the same NPC more than once. So, in that respect, you might as well just take turns hitting her. But I think the game doesn't really let you do that. Took a little bit longer than it had to, but that's basically how you get a breathing. All right, so now that you finally have a breathing in this game, basically what you can notice is you have a breath bar. Your breath bar starting off is very trash. And basically, the only way you can make this breathing any better is coming back to the butterfly state and buying the gourds. The only difference between each gourd is that the small gourd has like probably 4 to 6 uses in it. The medium probably has like 10, and then the big gourd probably has like 15. The only difference is that whatever you pay for, you're getting more for your money. That's how you should treat it. All right, so post recording process Davo here. I was wrong about the gourd thing. You need to start off small to get to medium and large, but I'm pretty sure once you break a certain amount of smalls, as you see here, I think you need to break 7 smalls to buy medium. You might as well just go to medium. You can still buy the smalls, but you still might as well buy the medium, because the medium will probably have more durability to it, because there's a gourd durability game pass lets you see how many breaths you can put into a gourd. So sorry about that. When it comes to actually viewing your stat, you're gonna need a game pass to actually see this. That's the one game pass that they have on the store, which is the progress viewer. Basically, if you had the progress viewer, you'd be able to tell, how close you are to total concentration breathing, which is just max breathing, and your breathing doesn't go down over time when you're in your bar. Basically, if you're a Slayer, you don't really need this, because you can kind of just do it without it. So basically, if you're a Slayer, if you don't want to buy that game pass, you should just keep saving up and buying big gourds and grinding the game. Once you get your big gourds up, you just keep going until your breathing maxes out at 175, and it no longer decreases when you hold it. Because you see, when you're holding it and then you let go of it, it slowly goes down over time. But then if I were to get on my max layer real quick to show you, all right, so as you see, my breathing, yep. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't max out at 175. That's my fault. It maxes out at 115. But yeah, it doesn't go down, and the max is 115. This is my max breathing, and it cannot go up anymore as far as I'm concerned. But I wouldn't know because I never bought the game pass. And then when it comes to the actual individual skills of the breathing, basically, insect mastery is just the same thing as your sword mastery. The more you have of it, it makes your insect moves do way more damage, and you also use them to get more skills. And then every single, have it be blood demon art or breathing style in this game, it has an ultimate skill, and basically you get that ultimate from it's a chance to drop from the apprentice you fight. So basically you're gonna have to grind the apprentice over and over again once you have the. Well, you could start grinding it at a certain point because you will get insect mastery for grinding it. So basically, if I were grinding this account, the moment I get my skill at 35 insect mastery, I'd go start fighting the boss, because you're not guaranteed to get it first try, because you need to actually defeat that boss and get the drop for the skill, and then you still need the 46 for it. So basically, all you have to do to level up your mastery for actual breathing style, just make sure at some point during the time that you fought whatever you were fighting, you hit it with a skill. That'll ensure that you actually get, HP towards it. PCs. There. I got my insect mastery leveled up because I used my skill on an NPC I killed. So basically, you just need to make sure that you just hit it with one of your skills, and you'll get credit for it when you kill whatever you kill it. Alright, so the final thing that Slayers can do currently to continue the progression is, one, actually becoming a demon slayer, because yeah, you can learn the breathing and all that, and you can become super strong and all that without actually doing it. But the main incentive to actually becoming a demon slayer and doing the final selection is, one, the final selection is probably one of the actual fun things in the game to do. It's not just a mindless grind where you're just fighting NPCs. There's an actual quest line in there, and that's, in my opinion, that's pretty fun and worth the time. But another thing is, when you beat the final selection, you get a Kusagi Crow. And what the Kusagi Crow basically does is, it allows you to get missions that are... It basically gives you quests that are way higher level than the quests you can get from just talking to NPCs. Usually those quests come from... Usually those quests tell you to kill certain NPCs, such as demon bosses and all that other stuff, and you get way higher rewards and money for doing those. So basically, if you want to make your grind better, once you feel like you're strong enough, you should grab you and a group of friends, or you could probably try soloing it because there's no time limit on it. But you basically grab you and your group of friends. Right? Actually, no, I think there is a time limit. I'm not too sure about that. Don't quote me on that. I haven't done it in a while. You just do the selection. You do the quest line. I'm probably gonna do a separate video on the final selection if I ever actually do it. I'm not too sure if I want to do that thing again because it was kind of time consuming. But other than that, once you got your breathing and you're decently leveled and you have actual like breathing skills and all that, and your breathing level is higher, you want to do the final selection. It's only available at these 4 times throughout the day. So keep a note of that and gather your friends. Because doing it with more people is way easier. Alright, so it might be pretty annoying to get money, because it's going to be really annoying when you're breathing this low level, because it makes it very hard when you only have 1 skill to actually breathe and fight. So there's 3 things you can do to make money. You can, 1, either keep grinding the game and do quests, because the higher quests give you more money and shit. Or you could find the demon player and ask them for money, because, well, the demons don't really have money. They don't really have a use for money, so they kind of just stack it up when they're grinding. And the third way to actually make money, I personally have never done this before, but if you go, I don't know the exact name of the village, but I'll get over there. If you go to a certain village, there's a village in this game where you can fish, and I've never tried fishing in this game, but I assume fishing is worth the time, because if you fish, you can make money from it. And that's basically the only reason it's there. It's literally just to make money from it, I'm pretty sure. So I think it's this village, I want to say. We'll see. If I'm wrong, I'll have to walk over to it though. Okay, right. Yeah, there should be an NPC like somewhere over here. We'll sell you a fishing rod. Yep. You can sell him fish. So yeah, and the fishing rod is 2,500. So I sure hope it's worth it, because I've never done this, but if this is, I guess, what they have in game, because, you know, I couldn't think of any other reason why they'd have a fishing system in a Demon Slayer game. So if you have the money and you want to make it back from the 2,500 for buying the fishing rod, you can sell these different fishes for different money. So I have no idea where you're supposed to fish in this game, but I said I'll try it for the video. Okay, so this is the only body of water I know in this game. So I assume you just throw your line out and you wait for it to what the hell? What? Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, then yeah, this is how you fish. It's just the same thing as the meditation training thing. And I guess once you fill it up in the green, you catch the fish. So I mean, yeah, this is an option to make money. You know, I wouldn't do this to make money, but if you want to make money, you could do it this way. Okay, now it's time to finally get into demon progression. Demon progression can only be started at level 15, and I'm pretty sure you don't need any money requirement. All you have to do is just beat 15, not be a Slayer, I'm pretty sure, and then find Muzan. So of course I have the game pass, so it's pretty easy to find Muzan. It'll tell you exactly where he is the moment night starts. This is one of his spawns. And basically you just talk to Muzan and he'll tell you. So basically he wants you to collect 5 blue spider lilies and then bring him a certain NPC on the map. And honestly, I'm surprised it's letting me do this when I have a breathing. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work. But basically the blue spider lilies are like these purple flowers you'll see glowing throughout the night. Make sure you have the lantern because it'll make finding this a lot easier. But basically all you need to do is just walk around and look around the map until you find it. You'll find 5 of them relatively easily, because usually in one spot there's more than one. And then the second part of the quest is bringing the doctor. So you want to go all the way back to Kiribati Village, because that's where the doctor is. All you need to do to bring him the doctor is just go here, and once you're here, you know, on your way there, you want to look for those blue spider lilies. It'll make the process a lot easier if you find them both at the same time. You want to come up here. We want to climb up this mountain. You know, east of Kiribati. Kiribati is right there. No, you don't even have to go up there. You basically you didn't have to climb up there. I'm stupid. Okay, but anyways, for Kiribati Village, you just come forward a bit, walk up this ramp, and in this little house shack thing right here, you basically find a doctor. All you have to do is just walk up, press whatever your pickup key is. Default is H, and you just have to bring him back to Muzan and find those 5 spider lilies. So I'll see if I can do that right now. I actually want to see what happens if I become a demon while I have a breathing style. Right, we got our 5 spider lilies, and then we have the doctor. Bring him straight to Muzan. Now, when you actually finish what you're doing, you talk to Muzan after you finish this quest. You get a vial of his blood. Basically, when you drink this, you undergo a demon transformation. But I don't. Oh, does it actually just let me do it? Oh no. Okay, no. Yeah, it resets your breathing stuff. Okay, that's fine though. Yeah, basically once you do all of that and you become a demon, you're done. You're basically as a demon. Only thing is worth it. You can't use a katana as a demon. The only weapon you can use is your hands and claws that you get as a boss shot from one of the NPCs in Usamaru Village. It's a boss NPC in Usamaru Village you get the claws from. First things first, noting that as a demon, you have this new one. You get passive health regen. And that's what the progression viewer comes in the hand with. If you have the progression viewer right here, all you have to do is kill Demon Slayer NPCs and human NPCs, and they'll drop a soul. Soul is what you use to progress your demon level, and as your demon level goes up, you'll get a higher base health and melee damage increase from it. And every time you rank up, you'll get more demon art spins that you can actually use. All right, there you go. Once you kill one of these NPCs, you get a demon, you get a human soul, and you can just use that to level up with that. I don't think it actually gives you EXP, but I know it does give you progression for that. Also, as a demon, that purplish pinkish bar you have above your fist durability, basically what that is, it's like a. Okay, normally when you're using your hands, you can't block sworded weapons or bladed weapons. But with that as a demon allows you to block it until that bar runs out. So once that bar runs out, you can no longer block sword attacks until it regenerates. And then when it comes to actually leveling up as a demon, or rather, not leveling up as a demon, sorry. But when you wanna, oh, and that noise right there is the Muzan quest. So this is what I was talking about with the quest for the crows. As a demon, you have a Muzan quest thing, and this allows you to get better quests. See. If I just take this quest, all I have to do is go beat the Sabato boss, and that gives me 115 yen and 950 EXP, since Sabato is one of the weaker bosses. But the rewards do get up. But yeah, as a demon, you want to go all the way over to the Zapuara cave, because this is basically the hotspot for demons. And in this cave, there's a certain NPC, as you see right here, as we got close enough. This NPC will allow you to spin for your demon art, and when you become a demon, I'm pretty sure you start off with 5. Be wary though, when you spin your demon art, you have a chance of actually getting nothing. There you go, you saw none of multiple times in there, and I got blood demon art. And that's basically it for demons. You just keep eating demon souls. You keep eating the human souls, and that'll level you up, and you get more spins and more health. You get a higher health buff and damage buff increase for it. And basically that's it. This is like, yeah, Demon's a lot more simpler than Slayer in this game, I feel. It's just plus it's a little more annoying because you have to find the Muzan. If you don't have the game pass, you can't really find them.